Hey, what up, family? It's me again. Welcome to the This Is My Moment podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Mitchell. Don't forget that this is my moment, man. We have a good time, we laugh, and we just become one big family.
There ain't no stopping it, this is my moment. Join the movement, we bringing people together, bringing positivity, making changes for the better.
Today, I have someone that's really, really special to me. Right outside of my own kids. She's probably number one, but I can't tell her because she's gonna get excited. But she's probably one of my favorite people that I've met. Introduce yourself.
My name's Addy Pira. I played basketball for Coach Mitchell when I was a senior.
Mm-hmm.
You were assistant coach when I was a junior?
Yep.
And he didn't like me that much, I don't think. But my senior year, he was pretty bad at hiding his favoritism, and I grew on him pretty quick, I think.
Pretty quick. You did. And I did not like you. I just didn't know you. And the thing about it is to get to know people, you got to know them. You got to talk to them, and that's life, right? Like, and then the senior year, man, and while all the other players were doing volleyball, it was you and another player that was with me doing all the training, man. And I told you, look, you have talent. Own your talent. Don't play second. Like, go out there and be the best you can, man. And I think that you did very well for what I asked you to do. And I know I asked a lot, and I still ask a lot of you. So she's not only a ball player, man. She's one of my best sponsors and best voices for This Is My Moment. I don't know if you saw the shirt. You can't find this shirt everywhere. You got to go to Addy to find this shirt that she got on. It's fly, right? This is my story I want to tell you. So this young lady is hooping for me, right? And we're playing. I forget who we were playing. And she gets hit in the nose. Right, so she gets hit in the face, right, and her eyes are watering, right, and I'm like, what are you crying for? She's like, Coach, I got hit in the nose. And her nose is black and blue, man, and she's still out there hooping, man.
And I still didn't cry.
Your eyes watered, though.
Yeah, but I was hit in the nose. It's a given. I was the only one.
Yeah, maybe. But, so I'm going to answer the question that they always ask. Yes, you did grow on me. Yes, you moved to the front of the line pretty quick. I know a couple people that follow us are going to get mad, so I apologize in advance. But Addy was a favorite, and she's still one of my favorite people on the planet, right next to my own kids. Let me ask you a question. In this age of social media and this age of negativity that's so rapidly and it's abundant and it's everywhere, and how do you, as a young person, keep the positivity inside of you? What do you do?
Well, with social media, especially today, like, it really is hard to not get sucked into, like, the negativity and the, oh, I wish I was like this, or oh, I wish I had this many followers, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's so easy to, like, also look at the good side of social media and see, like, the good that people are posting, and that it's not everything like, oh, I want to be her, I want to be her. Like, there is people out there still being positive and still, like, showing the good. And, like, seeing your friends on social media really helps, too. Because you're like, oh, like, she's doing this, that's so cool for her. Like, I have a friend in Hawaii right now.
Yeah.
Instead of going to college right now, she's doing, like, a mission program in Hawaii.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And, like, I might be jealous because she's in Hawaii, but I'm like, oh, that's so good for her. Like,
Yeah. And you know what's funny? You said it, and that's what we do at this moment. We clap for other people's success. Like, when you see people doing good, you like, you know what?
Yeah.
Man, that's all. Hey, invite me out though. Like, just don't keep it for yourself, right? Like, hey, I'm free. Let me come to Hawaii, man. But that is so important, man, to make sure that you are clapping for other people. You know what I mean? And it just makes you feel better to see people that you grew up with and people that you consider friends and family that's doing well, man. So good for you for not getting caught up in the foolishness that is so readily available. What's your favorite social media? Like, when you do it, what are you putting out there? What are you doing?
What am I putting out there?
Yeah, positivity, I'm hoping.
Yeah, well,
Don't make me tell your mama.
I don't post on social media that much
anymore. Good.
But I definitely like to scroll through TikTok and watch all the dogs and the, just
Have fun.
Being able to like laugh at the things that people
Yeah.
post.
Good.
But myself, I don't really post that much.
Good. Okay.
And if I do, it's just like me being who I am and like showing.
Good. And I'm gonna tell you a secret, man. Who you are is amazing. Like I've got to know you over the last 2 years, man. I know your folks, and I think that you're an amazing young lady, and that's the reason, the number one reason actually that I put you on first is because who you grew into is amazing, and I keep the positivity, keep that motivation, man, and keep grinding, man, into who you want to be. My next question: when you played for me, right? Now you tell any story you want. Nothing's off the table. When you played for me, what is one thing that you remember me telling you that sticks in your mind? Like, man, he said a lot of crazy stuff, but this one thing. What's your one thing?
There's a lot. There's probably a lot to choose from.
That's probably us.
I think one thing that really sticks with me is like basically just your brand. Like you always told us like go out there and show them like this is your moment. Like you told me not to fall second.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I had other coaches, I think I would fall second, and I would like compare myself to the other girls, and like they were like taller than me or like, faster than me, whatever.
Right.
And so I think I used to like compare myself to them, but then when you were there and told me like don't fall second to them, like this is your moment, go out there and make it your moment.
Right.
And so I did. Like I was a better player overall.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Just because you telling me not to fall second, and I realized like, oh, I am like putting myself second.
And you know what? It's very easy when you see people that may be faster, may be taller, you know what I mean, may have a better shot to play second fiddle to them, you know what I mean? And you have to have someone in your corner that believes in you enough to make you start believing in yourself. And I think that what I gave you, and tell me if I'm wrong, what I gave you was something you already had. You already had the want and the will to be good, right? But I think that you didn't have that person pushing you every day. Like, look, you're not gonna quit. You're not gonna quit. Just run. Just keep running. Just keep running. Run. Like jump. Like, goodness, coach, I can't. Yes, you can. Why can't you? What's wrong with your legs to where you can't, right? And I think that part of what I gave you, you excelled at, because I know for a fact that you're a beast. I know that. I've seen the beast in you. And this is how I know you're a beast. We're out there shooting. And for you guys that don't know, she's a clay target machine, right? They pull the thing, pull, she's up, pop, pop, shoot, pop, pop, bullets and bullets flying, smoke everywhere. Clay targets is popping in the air, man. She's a monster, right? So we're at this event. I'm on a team. She's on another team. We just happen to be grouped together, though. I'm on there, right? And I put my bullets in my rifle, right? What is it called, a birdie?
The target.
The target goes up, boom. I pull my trigger, boom. Nothing happens, right? Target just falls. I don't hit it. Coach Mitchell, what's wrong? That's what she tells me. Coach Mitchell, what's wrong? I said, man, I just hit his target. Come to find out, I put the wrong size bullets, right, in my rifle. So now I have a jam in my rifle. So I'm not hitting nothing. Matter of fact, I'm probably in a dangerous position because if the bullets get jammed, right, you like, man, it could blow up in your face or something, right? And she's just laughing at me. And I'm just like, man, this is horrible, right? And she gets up, right? And she has this, is it the automatic shotgun that you had, the automatic rifle? So she has the automatic. So all you do is put the bullets in and pop, pop, pop. And it's just, thing just goes, right? And I'm sitting there, man, and I see her. Pull, right? She goes up, pop, shot, boom. Birdie splatters everywhere, man. Little orange pieces. It was ridiculous. Another one, pull. Thing goes up, pop, she shoots again, boom. And I think we did 2 targets at a time, and then we moved, man. So now she's 2 for 2. I'm 0 for 2, right? And now you gotta understand, like, this is my player. So like the next day we're gonna see each other in practice, right? And
Not to mention, I'd been texting you all week, heckling you,
right?
taking bets.
Yeah, right. So this young lady, man, is locked in, right? You're locked into these things, and I think you, out of 100, you shot like 85 or so. Like, it was high, like it was a B plus in school grades, right? Like she was killing it. And I shot like 0. Like I hit like literally no target after I had to use somebody else's rifle. And then I put the wrong size bullets in their rifle and she's still shooting ducks and birdies out there, right? And I can't even figure out what I'm doing wrong, right? And we do this, man, and I shoot like 0 for 100, right? I'm out there all day sunburned, dehydrated, right? 0 for 100, like literally no hits. I'm a grown dude and I can't even shoot this little birdie thing, right? And this young lady, she's shooting it, right? And you can see her, she's locked in. And I tell her, this is the Addy that I want to see in basketball. That same ferociousness, that same attentiveness that you see, that same movements that you're putting out here, man. Equate that to basketball. And you did for me. You did for me. And I hated when you told me that you were slow. And you used to always tell me a whole lot. But this is what happened. When you stopped saying that to yourself, it was actually one game. You led the team in steals. So if anyone knows anything about sports, in order to steal, you have to have good responsive skills. You got to be ready to move. And if you're slow, you can't do that. And this particular game was an eye-opener for me, and it let me know that what you have inside of you just has to be watered. You know what I mean? And that's the motto here, man. Is water your plant, grow into the person that you want to be, right?
Well, I think it's also because, like, when you were a coach, you got to know, like, we didn't have a big team.
Right.
But it still takes a lot to get to know all your players, even if you only have 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And so you got to know me, and so you knew that I like to shoot, and so you compared, like, the targets that I shoot and like the ball,
right,
and to watch it swing the way I watched the target swing when I was shooting, and so that made it easier. Like in my head, I was like, oh, it's like he's comparing it to something I already know how to do, that I already like to do.
Yeah.
So like that made me go with the ball easier than I think that I was with like in the past.
And I think that's what life is, right? Finding the things that you're good at, right? And using that to grow into other areas, right? And it's a life lesson inside of everything. And as long as you keep that with you for the rest of your life, man, I may not be the best at this, but I'm really good at this. And how can I equate this to that? And then now I can excel at this, right? So keep it up, man. And everything that you're talking, you may not say this is my moment, but this is my moment. I see it. Being a person who left home and went out and ventured out into school, right? And you saw different stuff, man, and you grew from a small community to a big community. This is what I want to know. What's one of the biggest negatives that you've had in your life that you turned into a positive?
Towards the end of me being in Oklahoma, I lost my cousin. And it was really hard because I was the one to know first in the family. Like,
right.
I was called by people that he knew that I knew, watching it all go down.
Right.
And so I had to be the one to call my family and tell them, like, hey, this happened.
Oh, that's heavy.
And so it was really hard, and it was like, it was really weighing on me for a while.
Yeah.
And then, like, he made music, and he was, like, trying to be a rapper and
right.
all that stuff. And he had 4 kids, so hanging out with all of his kids, like, they loved me. They were already, like, I have an established connection with them already. And so going and being with them really helped, like, make it into a positive, because it was like, these are miniature him. Like, him and I were super close. And his kids, like, they looked up to him like crazy. Yeah. And so his music and his kids really helped me, like, not turn it into a positive, because obviously it's not positive. But it just makes it, like, easier to, like, I guess cope with it. Yeah. And I guess, like, look at it in a better way than I was. Right. Because, like, his kids still need the support that he was giving them from other family members. And his music still, like, connects to him. Yeah. So.
That's huge, man. That's huge. I actually knew that. And it's sad to hear anytime anyone passes away. I mean, that's sad. But when that person means something to you, it makes it even more difficult to deal with. And that's when I believe like the positivity and the people that you keep inside of your circle, right, comes into effect. Even though you were affected, right? You didn't let the way that affected you deter you from being great to these other young people and to his kids and to his family, man. That's huge. Because a lot of people don't think about it like that. A lot of people would have went right to me mode, right? Like, oh, it's happening to me. No, it's happening to all of us. So who's going to be that person to stand up, right, and be like, you know what? I'm gonna pick up where he left off. Man, good for you. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew I liked you for a reason, man. But I'm gonna give a shout out real quick, man. Lewis, Jessica, man, you did a great job. You guys did a great job. So if you're watching, your daughter killed it. She's phenomenal. And you are my favorite. Right next to my own daughter. Kiana, Zay, you guys are first. But you right after them, though. Here's a question for you, though. Every day is not a good day. Every single person has a bad day. I woke up, man, I stubbed my toe, right? My dog's laying in bed, so I got to get up earlier than I thought, right? This is my question to you. On your bad day, right? On your bad day, what quote do you go to make a bad day a good day?
This one might sound familiar to you, but I like when you said, when you give up a moment, someone else wins that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one a lot because I don't like to lose.
I know it.
So when I am having a bad day, I always think of that, and I'm like, well, like, everybody can have a good day, but like, why can't I have a good day today?
Yeah, you're right. I said that. That's heavy. Man, look at me. Goodness. But I think that you're 100% though. When you give somebody else your moment, that's a moment that you're missing, right? And this is the thing. Life as a whole isn't promised. You know what I mean? Like, I could go outside right now, trip and fall, have a heart. Like, I may not make it. So every single day that I have the ability to do something, let's do it. Let's do the best we can. And you're absolutely right, man. When you gave up your moment, somebody else took that from you, right? Because you gave it to them. They didn't take it. You gave it to them. Nah, we don't give them nothing. Everything that I earned it. This is my moment to be Addy. Addy Pira, the best Addy Pira I can be, right? And man, so yeah, that's a heavy one. Hey, I got something in me. So this is my favorite part. This next part of the interview, right? The little podcast we're doing, right? Oh, it's fun. I gave you the questions, right? And you know the questions, so you didn't study for these next ones though. So this next part, it's a word and phrase association. I'm gonna say one or two words. You have to pick. We're gonna talk about what you pick. I'm gonna say a phrase. You have to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. This is what I want to ask you. Senior year basketball, clay target shooting. Which one do you go to? Come on now.
There's a wrong answer here.
There's never a wrong answer. It's your answer.
Well, I think I would choose basketball because...
Yeah.
Because. There's a because. It's not because of you either, so don't get a big head. Senior year basketball especially.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have just said basketball, I'd pick clay target all the way.
Right.
But senior year basketball
Mm-hmm.
was like a different game.
Yeah.
Because I actually like got to play and I got the chance and I like did. But with clay target, like, I've always had the chance. I've done it since I was in 3rd grade. You know,
Yeah.
It's just been like me and my grandparents basically.
Yeah.
They tried to get my cousins into it, but they really weren't. So I was like, yeah, it's just me. Like, but with senior year basketball, like, I was still competing with the other girls.
Yeah.
But it was more cohesive and more like I got to play more.
You did get to play a lot. I got to talk to that coach, man.
Yeah.
Goodness. You made it pretty far, too. Super proud of you. Second question. So I know you went to college. You left it for a little while. So this is what I'm going to ask you. Do you prefer Wichita Falls or Oklahoma?
I prefer Wichita Falls.
What?
I do.
You was in a hurry to leave. What? Why?
I don't know. I think being back here
Mm-hmm.
now, I realized that I didn't surround myself with the people I should have.
Yeah.
And like
That's heavy.
here, I had friends when I left,
Mm-hmm.
and when I came back, I've made new friends. So now I have my old friends and my new friends. Where in Stillwater, I had to go and like if I didn't want to hang out with like my cousins,
Yeah.
I had to like go and make new friends on my own. Like,
Right.
I have friends already established.
Right.
Which I had a few friends from Wichita that went to Oklahoma State, but
Mm-hmm.
like we weren't really like close to where it's like, hey, let's hang out tonight.
Yeah.
I had to just go and like make all the new friends.
Yeah.
And so I think here it's just a better environment because I already know some of them and
Yeah.
I got to know better the other ones because they live here and it's not like
Right.
we're far away. It's not like, oh, I'm going home for the weekend.
Yeah. You know what? In my mind, I thought you was gonna go Oklahoma. True story. I thought Addy was like, you know what? Wichita Falls, I'm gone. College. So, yeah, you surprised me. Last question. When I say this is my moment, what's the first thing comes to your mind? This is my moment. First thing.
Winning.
Winning. Why winning?
I don't know. It's just like, this is my moment. Like, I want to, like in basketball, you'd always say that, and it's like, okay, we're gonna go out here and win. Like, this is our moment. We're gonna go out here and win.
Right.
And like now, whether I'm, like not playing basketball or not playing sports or anything, because I don't anymore.
Right.
It's just like living every day and like this is my moment. Like I'm gonna win
Right.
today. Like I'm gonna win today.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I am smiling again, and I haven't stopped smiling since I've done a podcast. But I've smiled more with some people and laughed with other people. But when I talk to you, right, I never can stop smiling because I've seen you grow. You know what I mean? Like I've literally seen you grow from a young lady into like a grown woman kind of deal, man. And I am super impressed, and I'm super excited to see what you do in the future, man. This is what I want you to always remember, though. And you said it. Never give anyone your moment, right? They have their own moments. Go out there and be the best that you can be. But Addy, this is what I need to be successful. And I want to thank you, man, for all the support. Thank you for the ideas for the shirts, man. Thank you for the ideas for the hats. And thank you. And people don't know this. I'm going to show you this real quick. Everyone that followed This Is My Moment from the beginning, like before I started having all the cool videos when it was just me in a jacket and a tie or something, right? I had a photographer, right? And I was like, hey, I ain't got a lot of money. I'm just starting, right? I was like, hey, can you take some pictures of me? She was like, what? Can I take some pictures? I was like, yeah, I need some pictures for this thing I'm finna start. And just so happened, Addy was the picture. So when you see Patrick, where he got the black suit on, right, and he's standing in the archway, he's sitting down in the gym, or he's sitting in the car. This young lady was there when I first started. This is my moments, social media, man. So our connection was way more than basketball. Like it was so personal. And then once I got to know her and her family, then it became even much more of a family situation between me and you and me and your mom, me and your dad, right? And I respect your folks, man, and I think they did a phenomenal job raising you, man, and I think that who you are is someone that other people can look up to, other people can be inspired by, and don't lose it. Don't give it to them. Super proud of you. Hey, guys, that's it, man. If you give someone your moments, they didn't have to take it. You gave it to them. Why? Every day that you are blessed to wake up, make that your moment. It doesn't matter if you're 18. It doesn't matter if you're 20. It doesn't matter, man. Every day that you're blessed to wake up, make that your moment. Guys, it's been real. I had a phenomenal time. Addy, have a good one, guys. Go get it.
There ain't no stopping it, this is my moment. Join the movement, we bringing people together, bringing positivity, making changes for the better.